Welcome to Positive Living with Lolo. I'm Lolo, and today I have with me Shana.
Hey, it's Nene.
Okay, so you do go by Nene, right?
Yes, I do go by Nene.
Okay, so that's what we prefer to call.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, today we're going to talk about her clothing line that she has recently started. It drops September 15th.
Yes.
This episode will be aired September 30th, so it'll be a little bit after the drop, but that's okay. It is called Powerful Statement Apparel.
Yes.
So it goes by PSA.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us how you kind of got there. What kind of drove you to creating this. So if you guys see my shirt, it says Powerful. On the back up here, which I freaking love clothes or shirts that have a thing right here. Yeah. Underneath the neck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that too. What came about is that with the back thing, I listened to a girl named Coffee. She's a reggae artist. Okay. And she has a song called Burning. And it's about having a lit flame, and you can't quench it, you can't cool it, you can't tame it. It's my clothing line. I don't want nobody to quench it, I don't want nobody to cool it, I don't want nobody to tame it. I want it to go out and catch flame throughout the city, throughout the country, throughout the nation.
Yeah.
International.
Okay.
So for what it's standing for. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I love that. So let's talk about where you got it. So I just saw a photo of a photo shoot you did, and one girl was in a shirt, and hers said I am, and there was like 3 dots, and then the dude next to her had the Powerful.
Correct.
So that's super lit. Right. So will you have a lot of shirts like that, or?
Yes, we have 2 shirts actually that has the I am on them, 2 different prints. But the reasoning for coming for that is I want people to understand that they can be anything positive. It's a lot of negativity going on in the world right now. So so you can be, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am strength. Mm-hmm. So that's what the I am represents, is to whatever positive saying word or whatever you want to say, that's what you are. So if you wake up in the morning, you go I am, you do your affirmations in the mirror, I am this, I am that, I am this, then that's what you're going to stand for every morning.
I just love it.
You know what I'm saying? So powerful like you have on your thing. If you see that every morning in the mirror, I am powerful, I am powerful, you're gonna eventually you're gonna be a powerful being throughout this world. Do powerful things. Anything you want to do, powerful.
Yeah.
So
I love that. Is powerful like the word that you're kind of going with, or will you have other things like beautiful and strong and other words written like this?
Well, we have a queened up line, and I have a queened up line that says beautiful women who are beautiful, women who are queened up. And what queened up is, in our perspective, is somebody who's a boss, who has children, who work every day. You know what I'm saying? Just anything that could be queened, you could just be queened. Right. You know, so powerful women, they're queened up.
Okay.
So
I really love that. So I can't wait to buy some shirts. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the backstory. Okay. Tell me kind of where that started. I mean, have you always been a positive person? Has that always been affirmations your thing, or what? I've
always been a powerful person. But where this brand came from was at a time of turmoil in this nation, where we had the riots. I'm not quite certain where it was at, but I think it was in North Carolina or it was in the southern states, where they had that big protest, and they had the KKK out there and all that turmoil and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, I'm about to make this clothing line of how I was feeling at the time, because we had the shooting of Ferguson and things like that. So at first it was going to be called Triple Threat Society, and it was supposed to be aimed towards black people and being a triple threat, like, yo, we're a threat, we're educated, confident, stuff like that. But that wasn't me. I'm not that type of person that just put stuff towards a certain race because my wife is white, right? But in terms, we're not thinking of colorism. Right. I want to think outside the box. So what I did was I flipped it, and I said, you know what? That's not what I'm about. I'm not about that negativity, because that's where that feeling and that energy came from. Right. So what I wanted to do was turn it into a positive, and that's where I came with Powerful Statement Apparel, to where it was geared towards everyone across the nation, across the board. So that's where the Powerful Statement Apparel came from. And the first print that we ever done was one race.
Okay.
You know, so it's only one race, and it's in the Bible. It's in everywhere.
I like that.
You know, so
I want one of those.
Race. Right. So it's
One of those shirts.
it says one race. What does it say, babe? She's gonna have to get it for me. I did mess that whole thing up.
That's
right. I had it right on the thing. Yep. Our species plus one race equals human race.
Okay. I like that. This was your first print?
That was the first print. That was the first print I ever came up with. And that's because of all the turmoil that was happening within the nation.
And he's Hispanic?
Yeah, he's Hispanic. And this was one of the reasons why I came up with this. This is my boy Chris. And you know what, can we edit that out?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to say his name. This is my boy, but he is from Mexico. And he came here when he was 2 years old.
Okay.
And he's been here basically all his life. So when that DACA situation came up with Trump coming into office, he was nervous because he thought that he was going to be deported. But he knows nothing about Mexico or anything like that.
Right.
So that's why it came up. Because, like, he's been here all his life. What makes him not
American?
What makes him not an American?
Right.
What makes him not?
Right. What's so weird is somebody the other day said to me, like, something about being a white girl, and I was like, where?
Right. Where are you a white girl at?
Right. I'm like, I mean, I know that I look like it, but I don't feel like it inside. Like, I don't feel like, I don't walk around like I'm white and feel like I'm white. So I get confused with that whole race thing because, like, I got it when my mind was small enough to understand,
right,
like, how people could be racist or understand, like, when my mind was that small where I could understand that. Now it's like my mind is like so big to where I don't understand it. Like, I'm like, I can't grasp something so small-minded. And so now I walk around and I'm like, I just feel like a human that loves other people. Like, I can be the only white person in a room and not feel some type of way at all.
Exactly.
And I don't get it.
Exactly. That's another thing too. Like, I was in an argument in a group with people and they were like, people see race. I'm like, no, that's a lie, because when they look at my wife, they don't see her as a white person.
Right.
They see her as Melinda.
Right.
And it's not because, she tries to act ghetto or anything like that. It's just that she understands things and can identify with different types of people that makes people not look at her skin color as,
right,
you know, as something. It just, knowing her as personality, like, okay, yeah, that's Melinda. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People, her identification is messed up all through the board, because people be like, yeah, my white friend Melinda sometimes, and then they be like, who? Nah, you tripping.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know nobody named Melinda that's
Yeah.
white. And she'll tell you, she'll verify. You know what I'm saying? That's what this clothing brand is about. It's just forgetting about the colorism and thinking about the human as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, I call him a chief. A wise chief once said that everybody, there's just different tribes out here, and different tribes think about their selves.
Right.
But what it is for real, it's one tribe, and that's humanity.
Right. Facts.
You know? So it's only one race, and that's human race, and it's scientific.
Right.
There's no colorism in scientific.
Where did you grow up around white people and stuff like that, or did you come into, like, how did you come into finding peace with white people? Like, were you always around that, or was that something you grew up and got built on your own?
No, it's something I built on my own, because I love her to death, but I was raised by my grandmother, and my grandmother grew up in a time to where black people were in turmoil, and not only that, she grew up in a southern state,
right?
So it was segregated throughout the whole nation. So it was challenging through times, because when I was in school and I would have my white friends, it would be like, oh, why are you hanging around, because you know, if you guys get in trouble, then it'll come back on you, and stuff like that. But I was looking at a bigger picture, like, grandma, you know, it's not all like that all the time. You know, basically, I understand like our history and stuff like that, but it just has to be unified, and that's what gets us in trouble. Is people are trying to keep us divided, instead of united, and that's why we have so many conflicts.
So when we are talking, okay, so how do you feel then about like not like Black Power, but like a lot of people being pro-Black, which I don't think there's anything wrong with, because I feel like I'm pro-Black too. So, but how do you feel about that statement? Like being a Black woman who is with a white woman, and just like keeping the balance of pro-Black but also pro-human. Pro-one.
Right, that's a good question. And I understand why people are trying to be pro-Black, because it is hard in this nation to be a person of color, regardless if you're Black, Mexican, anything, brown skin color. So it is pretty hard. So I have to try to keep a balance, but she keeps me balanced. Although she does understand, she also gives me a light to, okay, babe, this is probably why people think like this. So am I pro-Black? No, I'm not pro-Black, but I do support.
Yeah.
Understandable. So
you agree with pro-Black as like, just, you get it.
I get it, understand.
But you are more so pro-one.
I am.
I am pro one whole human race.
Right, because if you're awake, that's what they don't want you to be, is awake. They want you to be still asleep and in your slumber. Our brains are still in chains. Still in chains towards the slavery and all these things that happen to us within the history. But once you're awake and you understand, like, this is why they're doing this, to keep you divided. Right. So I'm awake. I understand that there's only one race. Right. There's only, and that's why they're trying to keep us divided, to keep the conflict. Right. Within certain things. So.
Okay. So when you got with Melinda, was there a lot of struggle there between race?
Between us? No, not for me. It wasn't, but I'm not for sure for her. Because for me, there's an age difference between the both of us. So I've always dated whoever I may have felt a connection with. Right. So no, not with me. No. Not at all.
So the race wasn't like it was just kind of like, well, that's my girl.
Right, yeah.
It was easy.
Yeah, she was a rider.
Yeah. So I love that so much. Yeah. I love where you're at too with this positive a statement apparel, and I know that she is one of the people that are on the back end rooting for you and helping you and encouraging you. So let's talk about how you wanted to launch a while ago, why you didn't, how it's helped you with taking your time and things like that.
Yeah, I wanted to launch earlier within this transitioning, because I was so excited about the product. But she was just like, yo, just take your time, get everything together like you want it to be. And that was a good thing, because if I'd have launched a little pre-earlier, then some of the designs that I had may not have withstand with what's out here today. Right. You know what I'm saying? So she just kind of told me to take it back and really think about what you're doing and how you want to present it and represent the brand to the fullest, instead of trying to rush things out there and try to get it out there fast for the masses of the people that probably would have been some boo-boo.
Right. So you've had to slow yourself down. Right. So do you have any, like, how have you slowed yourself down to make sure that you're staying focused on one thing at a time while trying to create this clothing line and live and be a wife and,
just take my time. Just try to really represent what it is and what the meaning of it is behind it. Like right now, I have a full-time job. I go to school primarily full-time. So I mean, it's just taking it back and just taking my time with it and actually looking at it and taking a couple steps back before I actually be like boom, boom, boom. Right. So I mean, it basically what it is. It's just.
So do you do anything to keep your, like, how do you manage your life and stay positive doing all of that? Do you have, like, do you do meditation? Do you journal or write, or do you spend time outside? Like, how can you be so busy and then focus on a positive clothing brand that is going to be something powerful that it's not even necessarily for you. Right. It's for people to come together and love one another and be one and understand that. So it's like, if this brand isn't even for you, so right. How are you able to stay focused on that positivity if you're so busy?
Talk to myself. And
just in the car and in the midst of like
it sounds
or literally
crazy.
all day,
like all day. Like what I do is I do a repetitious. My work is repetitious, so I do the same thing over and over.
Okay.
But within that time, you have time to focus, self-reflect on things, and you have to put things to perspective. And I think a lot. So I try to keep a lot of positive thoughts, because when you do the work that I do, you be like, man, yo, I'm just so ready to get the heck up out of here and stuff like that. But if I keep that positive mindset and keep on thinking about, okay, how can I do this? How can I do that? Or what can I do to make the world better? Or what can I do to make myself better?
Right.
And so that I can be an example to younger generations coming up. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I just think, and I talk to myself, and I keep telling myself positive things. And
so you do a lot of affirmations,
basically.
Okay.
Basically
I love that.
So all day I just talk to myself.
I love that.
Maybe not necessarily affirmations, but it's just talking to yourself, talking just positive statements or positive influences into your life.
Was there a person that influenced you to be that way, or is that kind of something that you came into on your own as well?
It's just something that I had a hard life, to be honest with you. I had a hard life, so it's just like, God brought me through a lot of things, and I could have been this place,
right?
But I'm here, so there's nothing for me to be upset about or anything like that. So I have to keep a positive influence on my life, because I could have been in some terrible situations,
right?
So it's just like, God, the main focus is keeping God first, and then everything else will just trickle down.
Okay.
And then you'll be blessed.
Facts.
So
I couldn't agree more.
Right. So I mean basically that's what it is. Like I reckon you just keep God first, and then everything else will just trickle down to whatever you want it to be.
Facts.
Just keep on speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. Facts. So when did you start with this line?
It's been a whole year.
Okay.
So it's been in the makings for a whole year. It just came up with an idea, and I told my wife about it, Melinda, and she was just like, okay, we'll just take your time with it and actually, try to get things through and try to figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's been a whole year since it's been a thing in my mind. And
what's really cool is I was just watching an interview the other day, and they were talking about they were like, Tracy Ellis Ross, I was watching her, she has a new product coming out for curls.
Okay.
And she was talking about how the idea has been in her head for the last 10 years.
Right.
And it's been up until the last 5 years that it's actually been in the works, and in the last 2 that she's been actually working with like chemists and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it goes to show you how like really great things actually take time.
Right.
They're not gonna just come to you and you're gonna be like this, and then all of a sudden you just have something great, which can happen.
It can.
But the really amazing great things like really take time. You have to work on them, and you have to focus, and you have to go back and change your original idea of what you thought you wanted to what you want now. So like you said, for you, your name changed once, So has there been any other struggles within just the brand itself, the shirts? Like, what has been a struggle for you? Getting the shirts made, or are you physically making them yourself?
I'm physically making them myself, but that's a struggle though. It's just to make sure that you're gonna have enough when we launch. Hopefully, it's gonna take off like fire. Yeah. So you want to make sure you have enough for everybody to get. Right. Like that. So that's going to be a struggle for us a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. But the struggle is coming up with the designs because I'm working by myself. Now my wife is my backing. She's my backbone. She's supporting me. But all the designs are coming from my head.
Right.
So when I come up with a design, it's kind of hard to put it down on paper because I'm not efficient enough quite yet on some of the Adobe things I need to do. Right. But that is one of the things that we're coming up with. But other than that, everything else is good though, because I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but when I have these ideas, they're coming so frequently like that. You know, so it's got to be God bringing them in. Telling you like, yo, Shana. Yeah. I'm here. Like, come on, let's get it out. Let's get it out. So, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. That's it.
I love that.
That's it. I'm telling you, like, it's going to be like fire. It's like working through me. Like, it's like something else. Like when I sit there and I think, like I said, I got a lot of time to think at work. But when I'm thinking, it's just coming through like that.
That's dope. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too. I can't wait. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm really ready.
Excited. So do you have any events to promote? Do you have anything going on that you want to promote, or just you can just share just your IG handle or your Facebook and really just tell people to follow you on there if you don't, or whatever you...
Yeah, like what I said, the launch is going to be September 15th. So really excited.
That'll be an online launch?
Right, yes, online launch. We're going to have an online store. It's going to be psaclothing.com. So come and get your clothes, PSA. Wear your truth. Wear your purpose. You know, be a statement, powerful statement apparel. Exactly. And our IG is powerful.statement.apparel at IG.com and Instagram. And then Facebook is Powerful Statement Apparel. Facebook, come follow me. Hey, it's Nene. Facebook. So yeah.
Is that your Facebook name? Hey,
that's my brand Facebook.
Okay, I love that.
It's Nene.
I really like that.
Yeah, so that's my brand. That's my brand.
Hey, it's Nene.
Hey, it's Nene. Exactly. See, that's catchy.
It is catchy, just like Lolo is catchy. That's
right.
Like my name is Lauren, but Lolo is way better.
Right. So it's catchy.
I love that so much. Okay, well I'm so glad that you got to come on here and talk.
I'm excited.
Look at my amazing shirt.
Yeah, that's that powerful right there.
Powerful. It's beautiful.
Go get you one of those.
How much will shirts be?
They're gonna be that brand right there. That's a metallic line, so it's gonna be $29.99. But this right here, I have the matte line. This is actually the flip flop. This is gonna be $24.99. So hey, come check us out.
What's flip flop mean?
Flip flop, black and white. Either white shirt with black print or black shirt with white print. Okay. And we got the blackout, which is a black on black, which is dope, sick. That's a black print on black shirt. And we got the white on white, which is called the white out, which is white print on white shirt. So
which you never really see.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I've never seen.
Yeah, the whole thing about that with that line is that you can wear that with anything.
Yeah.
So you can actually throw on a suit jacket with a couple chains and just rock it out. Yeah. And it'd be so exclusive, you know?
It's lit. Okay.
That's nice though, right?
Yes. It's lit. Okay. All right. Well, make sure you guys follow her. I will have her handles and everything in the description. I'll be promoting you also for the next couple of weeks and stuff while we are waiting for the episode to drop. So reach out to her if you guys have any ideas you want to throw her way or anything like that. She's looking to collab and work with people, so definitely hit her up.
Definitely. You shoot out your stuff too?
Huh?
Yeah. About your getting people you shout out on this episode too. About the thing you trying to work with, yo.
Well, you know, I'm Lolo. Have my positive living with Lolo. I don't know what oh, well, I mean,
there you go.
We have an event coming up. It'll be the day after this episode. It'll be a positive living networking event. I'm like scared to talk about it a little bit just because I'm like, oh, the flyer isn't done yet and everything, but it'll be me and Master Fresh. Jose Reese will also be in the building. We will be networking with models, videographers, photographers, studio owners, promoters, podcasters, just all of those DJs and stuff like that. And we're gonna try to get everybody's contact information so we can start working. We're gonna try to get you and some other Dayton folks to come down so that way we can start building a little line
Right.
from here to there of networking. So
Right, so Ohioans gotta stick together, right?
big facts. We have a
Right.
couple of famous people out of Ohio, and we need
Right.
to. They need to come from Cincinnati or Dayton. Like we need to
Right,
get on the
right,
map. I don't know what's
right.
happening. So.
Right, see?
You know that other artists and stuff like get on the map though. Like it's just like the rappers that are not
Right.
from here. So I don't know what's happening, but all right, y'all. Love you so much. Check us out. Follow us both. Adios. We love you.
It's hey. It's Nay. Out.